Hello and welcome to TimesXP. I'm Driti Atri and here are the biggest stories that are making headlines across the globe today. So let's start with it. Gaza secrets leak. Trump envoy Steve Witkoff reveals that Israel and Hamas, they don't trust each other, of course. Hamas is willing to disarm only if they get real guarantees for peace. The envoy says that even minor mistake, it can collapse the entire negotiations. Now, this leak raises a lot of questions, specifically about the credibility of current ceasefire talks. Trump's global peacemaker image, Witkoff reveals that Trump could broker the peace in Gaza, Israel, and even in Ukraine. The world allegedly sees him as a deal maker who can resolve conflicts others can call impossible for them. In the meantime, experts warn stakes are historic. Critics argue that this could backfire or even worsen the situation. Central Asia Summit shock. Well, Trump hosts Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, and Tajikistan. In the meantime, Kazakhstan officially joins Abraham Accord, expanding the Middle East peace plan. In the meantime, the summit also tackled trade and security across the region. Here, observers say that this could shift the economic power eastwards. Trump's Trump route announces Eurasia. That's right, Caspian corridor, boosting trade, economic influence, and geopolitical power. Analysts say that this could reshape the regional logistics and strengthen US presence. Critics call it a bold game. Experts warn that rival nations may respond with counter strategies. Middle East peace deals. Trump celebrates new Armenia and Azerbaijan pact, signals broader diplomacy with Israel, Iran, and Syria. Experts say that this could redefine alliances in the Middle East now, but some fear that old conflicts can reignite despite the arrangements. Iran pushback. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi blasted United States bomb Maduro plan targeting Venezuela. Well, he has also warned Washington against intimidation, calls it illegal. In the meantime, Tehran emphasized solidarity with Caracas and readiness to retaliate if needed. Tensions could actually escalate to military front if ignored. North Korea missile alert. Pyongyang fires 700-kilometer ballistic missile over Sea of Japan. Seen as a direct warning to Trump and global power, experts warn that regional tensions could escalate further. The United Nations Security Council has also called for an urgent meeting now. United States travel chaos. Longest government shutdown reduces air traffic by 10% at 40 major airports. Delays soar above 50%. Millions of passengers face cancelled flights and chaotic check-ins. In the meantime, airlines warn the situation may worsen during the peak holiday season. Federal workers strain. 1.4 million federal workers, either unpaid or forced to leave. TSA officers, air traffic controllers, all of them are affected. Officials warn that safety risk if shutdown continues. Worker unions are now calling for immediate intervention from the Congress. Israel versus Hezbollah, massive airstrike hits southern Lebanon towns. Civilian areas are affected, schools and hospitals are under threat. In the meantime, analysts warn that this could trigger a full-scale regional conflict. International organizations are urging restraint just to prevent the catastrophe. Trump on India claims Mr. Modi stopped buying Russian oil due to his influence. Can you imagine? Hints at potential India visit also, but here experts say that India's energy strategy is truly based on national interest and not politics. In the meantime, Indian officials remain cautious and non-committal. Syria-Israel peace deal. Well, the United States troops reportedly land in Damascus to monitor the historic non-aggression pact. Analysts call it a risky but strategic move. In the meantime, Syrian president may visit the White House for further talks. Observers suggest that this could open a new channel for regional cooperation. Saudi and Israel strikes. Saudi missiles hit civilian areas in Yemen's Gaza district. In the meantime, Israel simultaneously strikes Lebanon. Well, tensions across Middle East spike. Civilians face daily fear. Humanitarian agencies warn that aid access is dangerously limited. Yemen crisis, long-term humanitarian impact. Be it famine, be it disease, be it displacement, everything is risk rising now. Hospitals are overwhelmed, international calls for restraint continues. In the meantime, UN and Red Cross appeal for urgent aid and ceasefire. United States immigration alert. Trump targets crime and ICE deportation in New York City. Sanctuary cities under scrutiny right now, specifically New York under Zoran Mamdani. Deportation strategy is now central to the US national security policy. Here, communities fear mass displacement and social unrest. ICE operations, 100 of arrests in recent month. Here, officials warn that more of raids are going to come up if crime persists. Trump positioned ICE as frontline enforcement in 2025. Local government brace for legal challenges and the protest. Europe terror threat. Weapons cache found in Vienna. That particular thing is linked to Gaza network. Arrests follow in London and even Germany. Here experts warn of sleeper cells activated across Europe. Here authorities increase border surveillance and airport security checks as well. European security risk. Pistols, in fact, magazines that are hidden in normal storage units. Threat targets Jewish communities and cultural centers. In the meantime, authorities warn more cache may exist. Well, international agencies are now calling for immediate security concerns as well. Egypt-Hamas talks. Egypt attempt to broker safe exit for 100 to 200 Hamas fighters from Rafah tunnels. In the meantime, analysts warn military escalation likely underground. Well, humanitarian organizations fear that there are going to be civilian casualties in potential clashes as well. Secret negotiation. Deal would provide tunnel maps to Israel in exchange for lives. US reportedly mediates in between, but stakes are high for both political and military outcomes. But you know what? Failure of talks could trigger a humanitarian disaster in Gaza. YouTube censorship, 700 plus videos showing Palestinian human rights abuses removed. 3 major HR channel deleted. In the meantime, digital records at risk during the ongoing war. Activists claim the platform is silencing the critical voices. Sanctions impact. Will removal follows United States sanctions against the group cooperating with ICC. Activists warn that history may be erased. Alternate archives might be uploaded internationally, but digital preservation becomes a race against time. Cyber spying alert. Smudge serpent hackers. They target American Middle East researchers with sophisticated malware. In fact, the emails appeared like a think tank. Researchers are warning of phishing traps here. Well, the campaign is believed to be state-sponsored. Cyber warfare shift. Well, hackers imitate the diplomats, steal knowledge instead of money. Analysts say that influence, ideology and policy insights now are the primary targets in the global cyber battle. Governments are ramping up the cyber defense measures in the meantime. Weapon smuggling alert. Pakistani man sentenced to 40 years for trafficking Iranian missiles to Houthi rebels. Evidence linked to him, ballistic missile parts and anti-ship cruise missiles. In the meantime, Interpol confirms the link to international terror network. Global security implications here. Case confirms secret Iranian weapons network moving across the ocean. Here, Washington calls this a major national security victory. Regional powers warn that this may spark a new arms race. United States nuclear show of power. Minuteman III missile tests demonstrate multi-warhead capability. Launch from California across Pacific, signaling power to Russia and China. Now here, officials say that this is a deterrent to future nuclear threats. Strategic timing. Test coincides with Trump's call to restart nuclear testing. Here, experts say that the timing is deliberate for geopolitical messaging. Critics warn that this could provoke an international backlash. Gaza conflict spillover. Weapons cache in Vienna highlights risk of Gaza war affecting Europe. Intelligence warned coordinated multinational terror plot may be underway. European governments step in to join the counter-terror operation. Digital battlefield. Well, YouTube deletion and cyber spy network show wars are fought online as much as physically. Experts warn information, evidence, and digital archives are now the key battles. Global watchdog urge that there should be stricter regulations just to prevent the digital manipulation. And with that, that's a wrap up of our 30 news bulletins from around the globe, from Gaza to Venezuela, from the US to Iran. Tensions are rising and stakes are high, and so is the geopolitics. And to keep you informed, we are here on TimesXP. I'm Driti Atri, keeping you informed on every news that matters the most.